Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News, and hopefully this work. I have been fucking around with OBS all morning long. I did the upgrade to the latest version, and I started getting this notice about, are your drivers up to date? Well, my drivers are up to date, and eventually I found a workaround where you had to change your encoder, which hopefully doesn't fuck with the quality of the video. But here we are at last, going to talk a little bit of H.P. Lovecraft. It wasn't surprising to see this in my searches of the web this morning. If you're new to the channel, you may not know, but I recently, or rather, actually not too recently, in the deep dark past rather, I reviewed each and every short story by the late great H.P. Lovecraft right here on this channel. So I do have an interest in him, and from time to time I do like to cover news related to him. And it looks like there may be a new way to introduce your children, perhaps, to the works of H.P. Lovecraft in the very, very near future, because do you remember those Choose Your Own Adventure novels? Apparently now you can do At the Mountains of Madness in a Choose Your Own Adventure style, so we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But before we do, just a very quick reminder to be kind. If you choose to join us in the comment section below, it is a mean, nasty world out there, but we don't need to be mean or nasty to each other. We don't have to agree, but we do have to ultimately get along. So here we go. Just for a moment, I saw the program hanging up a little bit, which I'm not very confident about. I was hoping it would work better, but we shall see. Hopefully we can get through this video before it all comes crashing down. All right then, Choose Your Own Adventure releases At the Mountains of Madness. Chooseco has released the latest Choose Your Own Adventure title as At the Mountains of Madness. It is out on shelves. Taking inspiration from H.P. Lovecraft, the book throws you into the cold of the Antarctic as you attempt to escape our summer camp in the least likely of places, running from the strangest of entities. You can read more about it below, as the title is going for $10. And here is the poster. I'll show you the whole version of the poster if you can't see it in just a moment. You spent your summer as a counselor at Camp Starkweather in Antarctica. Your time at the bottom of the world is coming to an end, and when you receive an emergency distress call from another camp nearby where your parents have spent the summer doing top secret scientific research, will you answer the call and go into the frozen wasteland to face unknown dangers, or will you stay at Camp Starkweather and hope that the ancient, unknowable horrors that won't come and find you next? Kids who love monsters and mystery will devour this thrilling adventure story of survival on the ice. With every choice, you take charge of your fellow campers and bring everyone home safe and sound, or else doom them all to a terrible fate. So yeah, it doesn't sound a whole lot like the original, but it does have vague connections. It takes place in Antarctica. There's surprising ancient monsters in a city. Hopefully there's giant penguins. I think that would be pretty cool because there was giant penguins in the original story. Ultimately, I'm hoping that one day Guillermo del Toro will get the chance to do his film adaptation of this. But in the meantime, maybe you have kids, maybe you want to introduce them to H.P. Lovecraft in a vague sense. And it looks like the Choose Your Own Adventure At the Mountains of Madness will be an opportunity to do that. These things didn't play a major part in my childhood. I'm 43. I do remember when they came out. I was still fairly young, but I was also at that point already getting into sort of like adult novels. I read a lot of science fiction at the time, so I was reading like Asimov and Clarke and Bradbury. But this may be a perfect way for you to get your kids reading Lovecraft during the spooky season of October. It is October 1st, so Halloween is right around the corner, and I hope that you get the opportunity to enjoy something like this with your children. So there it is. Thank you, and I'll talk to you again next time if I can get the damn program to work. See you later.